It's going to be a great round 3. Which one is going to move ahead? Alright, good luck, have funs all around. And we're going to see a start here soon. Alright, and there's a start. So, Wonga starting as Marines in Data Core, and Virtual Selection starting as Aliens in Flight Control. God, the tension between these teams is so high because of that Merc issue. It almost makes it even better to watch because these teams, at least Wonga, really hates VS right now. Alright, so Aristote getting caught in Crossroads. We got a 4 Skulk push into Pipe Junction. They know that now that they've taken down my own, they know they gotta run in there really fast. The Marines are all out of position. It looks like they're gonna try to go for a rush. Beta takes down Mega. Oh no! Oh no! This actually might work out. All of the Marines are out of position. There goes the IP. And none of them can spawn right now. The comm is out of the chair. And this is not looking good for them. Nobody is alive. He's just taking down Ben. And now Alice is running in there. I don't think they have enough to drop an IP. Because they're at 17. So IPs, I believe, cost 20 now. Someone check me on that. But, yeah, oh boy, they cannot spawn, and they have to wait. There it is. So it does cost 20, because they're at 27. So they're building that so quick. Okay, they do build that. So they are getting reinforced. So they are now sitting 1 minute 30 minutes, or 1 minute 30 seconds into this match. They are really on their back foot. So quite wisely goes for Armor 1 right away, to kind of make sure they save themselves from a few more bites before they go down. My own going solo into ventilation, and I don't know about this. Cam on my own. Looks like he's gonna end up taking down Lucho. Oh, and taken out from the back by Ben. As Ben flies at his face. Malice, Kella, and nobody in Glass Hallway. Beta in the vents there. As they move into Reactor Core and see that. 2 Marine push now in Pipe Junction. Loop come around the corner at 35% health, getting shot at by ISO. Alright, so we're seeing now a little bit of positioning on the map. They're trying to grab their expansions right now. It's very important. Wonga, oh gosh, Beta does take down Malice. It's very important that Wonga right now, look at what VS is doing. It's so important that Wonga tries to establish some sort of economy right now with grabbing their naturals. But Virtual Selection is trying to pin them in. Great job there by my own and ISO in Pipe Junction, taking down 2 Skulks. And then Loop runs off. And they're moving into ventilation to try to grab this expansion there. Reactor Core is already established, and they're going to move into Atrium to try to grab that as well. We see the Sys Chain for Virtual Selection has moved into sub-access. They're floating 57 res right now with just 2 Harvesters. Crag Hive has just been completed 3 minutes 20 seconds into this match. So it looks like we're going to see the shells being dropped pretty soon. He can drop almost 3 of them right in a row. They cost 20 each, which is really going to help them. Carapace and Regen. We're seeing nobody in Reactor Core as Malice took down a Skulk below. Taking down Beta. Aristote coming in for the kill. Does take down Malice. And nobody is up against Aristote right now, who's really trying to use this center column. Show you what it looks like. This center column right here. Oh, and he does get taken out. And he's going to work on that RT. Seeing back down ISO. So we are seeing Loop in the vents here, up against Lucho. Here comes the rest of them. My own back there with ISO as they come through. My own taking down Beta. It looks like he's definitely going to get in trouble. ISO was taken out as well. 2 shells now have been completed, And I believe he did save the 20 for the third shell, so 66% effectiveness on Carapace right now. Malice, nobody, and Izo coming down the ramps in Pipe Junction. Biomass 2 has started for BS. Kella and Beta, knowing that they're there here in Crevice, and Kella apparently floating in midair. We're seeing nobody and Izo now running into sub-access. They don't have any other upgrades other than Armor 1 right now. I mean, they can't really afford anything right now. Alice now backing up nobody and Izo in sub-access. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, my own up in Reactor Core, shooting down the hallway against Aristote, and all of Virtual Selection coming, almost all of Virtual Selection coming into sub-access with the Enzyme Cloud going down. You're going to make quick work of Wonga's Marines down in sub-access, and there comes that Drifter to help build those Sys. So Malice now moving into Pipe Junction up against Beta. Beta coming from the ceilings to getting 1 good bite, 2 good bites, 3, and he's down. Nobody coming up a little bit late, and we're seeing a really far push from Kella coming all the way across the map alone. This is not a smart move. He's getting cornered by these 2 skulls. Does get taken down by Lucho while these guys move into Atrium. Meanwhile, my own is up against these 2 skulls. Beta comes right from behind him and takes him down while his attention was on Aristote. And now Malice is coming in to see if he can do any type of damage, but he's going to be up against 3 skulks right now. There goes the health packs. I don't think it's going to be enough. Kella coming up a little bit too late, backed up by my own. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, nobody and Izo down in sub-access. Wow. So this is really interesting. I mean, I know that Wonga is putting a lot of pressure down in sub-access, but, I mean, you're floating 71 res right now. I mean, first of all, where's your third shell? 7 minutes into this game, you're floating 75 res. I think you can spend 20 on your third shell to get 100% carapace and regen for your units. So this is just really odd. It seems as though I mean, he's not even in the hive right now. Just got back in it. Lucho just got back in it and dropped the sub-access hive just now. He still has enough to drop another shell if he wanted to. Looks like he's gonna try. Oh, it looks like he did. Just saw it tick down. So Malice, my own, walking into Atrium. They have to backtrack into Reactor Core. We're gonna get the view from Loop as he watches these 2s come in. Oh, and before he can jump, he gets tagged in midair. Great shot by Malice. Aristote now trying to parasite my own. And a fight happening here in the main base. Shotguns are out. This is really going to help them. There's the third shell. And we're seeing here that a shell was sniped by Kella from the north end of flight control. Really good shot. I mean, I don't know how he kind of tagged that from here. Probably from here. But he did take down a shell, which is quite expensive. Aristote still in Reactor Core up against Malice. 2 Marines now, nobody and Izo moving down into ventilation. And we're seeing how 3 fades are on the field as Kella gets tossed into the abyss. And now with 3 fades on the field, this may definitely change the game. Especially with just LMGs, Weapons 1, Armor 1. They have to be ready with shotguns. And now, more than anything, Wonga needs to be using the buddy system. So now there goes the Enzyme Cloud. Ben taking down Izo with that fade. And this loop is basically blinking back and forth. There's an Enzyme. Nobody better back off. He's slowly gonna back away. Here comes the fades. Oh, that is scary coming at you. 3 shells now have been completed. 100% carapace and regen traits for Virtual Selection. Wonga sitting on 2 extractors versus 4 for Virtual Selection. We're seeing Ben coming around the corner. He hears Kella and Mayon and runs off the other way. He's now joined by Lucho, so they're going to launch into this. Now, obviously, Kella and Mayon want to keep the fight here and keep it in a small hallway because they do not want to be out in the open where these fades have extra mobility. You want to bait them, and it looks like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bait them into this corner. Nope, they're kind of moving down now in. Oh, nope. They're going to get squeezed here. Oh boy. Let's see what this looks like. 4 fades now on these guys. Beta taking down Kella, Luke taking down Mayon, and they just got sandwiched there. And now Marine coming down into sub-access. Biomass 3 has started, so has Bilebomb. Nobody and Izo in sub-access. These 4 fades are flying across the map. They are going to meet Malice and Kella in glass hallway. It looks like Ben may overextend himself. 30% health as he gets out of there. 1 Marine down, and it looks like these Marines in sub-access are going to get cleaned up by those fades. 4 fades on the map. They do have Carapace. I just saw Lucho grab Carapace a regen. And now with these fades on the map, really low P-res for Wonga. This is just not good. Sub-access now has been finished. Beta and Lucho taking down Mayon and Malice. And it's tough. I mean, Reactor Core is now under fire. They're going to be down to just 2 RTs and 1 if Atrium goes down as well. If these guys don't push out, Kella getting taken down there by Loop. It's just crazy. This is such an uphill battle for Wonga right now. Beta sitting at 20 and 6 KD ratio. So now Leap has started. That RT does end up going down. Wonga getting completely annihilated here in Reactor Core. Oh boy, and they are all being sent back. I would not be surprised if we see a GG pretty soon here in the next few minutes, because I do not know what else Wonga can do. Aristote at 55 P-res on virtual selection side, so very close to going Onos. There's Leap has been completed. Bilebomb is almost going to get completed. Weapons 2 is halfway done. I mean, if they can tag, Weapons 2 shotguns, if they can tag these, in groups and tag these fades pretty well, then they can start taking down these life forms. But you can see the skill of these fades is really good. Now we're seeing a shift hive has been chosen as virtual selection's second hive. That's going to allow the ability for the alien comm to drop spurs, which is going to open 2 traits to upgrade to for the aliens, and that's celerity and adrenaline. Again, you need to drop 3 of those because each one gives 33% effectiveness for those traits, all the way up to 3 for 100% effectiveness. Loop and Ben coming in, taking down Izo. Kella, the only one left. It looks like he's going to get stabbed through the heart here by Ben unless he gets some nice shots, and he does! Kella does take down Ben in Pipe Junction. That's a good win for Wonga. If they can try to do a little bit of damage here in Atrium, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen, they do get eaten alive there. Izo now coming in alone in Reactor Core, trying to hold them off, protecting this RT, which is their only other one. Kella sitting in Pipe Junction. Biomass 5 has started. Lucho taking down Izo, which is going to leave this open. They have Phase Gate Tech. They can try to get some sort of footing on this map, but it doesn't look like that's going to be able to happen. I mean, Crossroads has been dropped 9% grown on the Crossroads hive. These guys are getting annihilated all over the place, and here comes Ben and Beta inside here. They're turning this IP into a meat grinder. There comes the beacon. Precious resources lost on a beacon. 1 spur has been completed. Wonga sitting on 1 RT with 3 team res and very, very low P-res for each team member. Aristote at 66 P-res for the aliens. He could go Onos. 1 more tick, One more res tick to 68, and he'll be able to get an Onos with Carapace or Adrenaline with one of those trades. Lucho up against my own there in ventilation. My own get taken down. I mean, things could happen right now. I mean, the worst thing that could happen, the virtual selection looks like they do have it. I mean, the worst thing that could happen right now is losing all these fades in like succession. That would really set the game back for them and give Wonga a chance to breathe, because right now they are really getting choked. Let's take a look at this map. Look at this. 6 extractors lost for Wonga, 0 harvesters lost for virtual selection. As far as team kills, 28 to 59. So virtual selection, I mean, we can already see, we didn't need a graph to tell us that virtual selection was winning most of the engagements on this map. Kella goes down there in Crossroads. And Wonga is still hanging on. They are making VS work for it right now. And here comes 2 fades now into Data Core. Maybe they can lure them in here, just like some false sense of security, and blast some of these fades away. But as these fades blink in and out, they're just continuing to take down these guys. Let's take a look at what this carnage. Whoa! And oh, the fade does actually go down while I hit the freaking wrong button. So fade goes down. At least we know what engagement that fade went down at. Here in Data Core. Me and my fat fingers. So Aristote outside in Pipe Junction, and there we go. Good game called from Wonga. Well played for VS. So now VS goes 2-1. And there they go. Virtual Selection wins that 2-1 on Summit. We'll wait for the official words as Wonga hits the ready room.
Command station under attack.
And it looks like one is hanging on. Izo is hanging on for good measure. And just extending the time we have to sit here and look at this screen. Come on, just F4, man. You don't need to just stay there. There we go. Alright. So,
Command station
looks like he's
taking
just gonna
damage.
kind of stick in there. There we go. Virtual Selection wins. Official. Fade down, fade down.